What's going on, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Moosareacts. This is the morning after the madness. Ruben Amorim is ready to walk away from Man United and to resign. I think after the game yesterday, everybody had a lot of reactions. Everybody was talking about how bad it was. And I think a lot of us were missing some of the key phrases or some of the key words that Ruben was using in his interview after the match, his post-match interviews. And it wasn't just on one channel. Every interview that he'd done, whether it was for ITV or it was for Sky Sports or for the Man United channel itself, he kept on using the same words, he kept on using the same phrases, and he was basically letting us know that something had to change. And as far as he's concerned, they're not going to change a squad of 25 players. It's going to be the manager. One of the quotes that he did say is, I think the players spoke very loudly today about what they want to do and what they want today. I just want to apologize to our fans. Sometimes or something has to change, and you're not going to change 22 players again. That's what Ruben Amorim had to say. I think the players spoke really loudly about what they want. Really loudly. I just want to apologize to our fans. Something has to change, and you're not going to change 22 players again. So he's being clear. Something's got to change. He understands that. He also spoke about the fact that, you know, he was asked a question, you know, you've had pre-season, you've had time with the players, they've come back, and were you hoping to see something different? And he said, yes, like, you can't go away, spend time with the players, come back. And he kept on saying they know how important it is. They know that the eyes are on us. They know that every mistake, everything that we do is so magnified. So to come out to a game like this against Grimsby and not be on it from the whistle, it doesn't make sense. The only rationality that he can think of is, you don't want to play for me. You don't want me as your manager because you've come up to a game like this. And this is somebody who might say that I believe that Amorim is over his head. It's too much for him. He's taken on more than he can actually chew. And but hearing what he said was quite refreshing because, like, and I don't know if this is Amorim the poet, because this man's a poet and he's got the words, and sometimes he reels you in. You know what I mean? He said that the storm was going to come, blah, blah, blah. Then we had a bad season, and at the end of the season, he said the good times will be back, and you're like, it's hard to not want to get behind him. So you get behind him, so okay, the good times, and now we started the season like this. But he's come out with a powerful post-match interview talking about that he doesn't see any other way. He doesn't see that you go away for holidays, you have a pre-season, you play some good games in that pre-season, you start the season as you do against Arsenal, and then for the last two games you turn up like this. As far as he's concerned, the only way he sees it is that you're not feeling the manager, you're not feeling me, you're not feeling what I'm trying to do with the team or how I'm trying to set you up. So then I have to go. And he said, look, let's get on to the next game, Burnley. We have a game to prepare because it's in 2 days. And then we're going into a international break and we'll deal with it then. When he says that, he's basically telling us that in that international break, he's walking. Ruben Amorim will not be coming back as Manchester United manager after the international break, according to what I've read into yesterday in terms of what he's saying. And I know you've all seen it. So what does that say? Does that, because at the same time, I think after seeing that, it made me feel like, what's really going on at the club? Because the manager's showing the passion and the desire that he wants it to work. He's kind of questioning the players, and we're like, yes, it's a new set of players, because this is what I want to get in. Look, everyone keeps on saying is the players. Let's take on the argument that it is the players. Let's take on that argument. Let's be real, guys. Yeah, De Ligt came in last window. He's a new player. Mazraoui, he's a new player. Haven, that coming from Arsenal, he's a new player. Then you've got in the midfield Ugarte. He's a new player. Kobe Mainu, he's a problem. He doesn't want to fight for this club. We wouldn't say that. Then you go into Mbumo, Ahmad, Cunha, Sesko. These are all new players. The majority of players are new players from last window, not this window, the last summer window. So if we've got a team where the majority of the players are quite new, where is this? It's the players. I get it if we're talking about players from 3 or 4 seasons ago, but he's had the bomb squad out. He's had Anthony out, Sancho out, Rashford out. Who else are I missing? Garnacho out, Højlund out. He's had 5 players that were from previous windows. But the Ineos windows, which was last summer and this summer, most of those are the players that are playing. Can those group of players be the exact same and have the same mentality as the ones before? It's hard to believe that. So then it's left to the manager. And the issue the manager has is that he's fighting his principles in 4K. He's fighting for his principles live in 4K. We're watching it because as much as he's saying it's not about systems, it's about desire, it's about passion, it's about ability, it's about drive. Prove to us then it's not about the system. Just one game. Change it. Change it. And let us see everything that you're saying live in 4K so we can say, you know what, that manager's right. He's changed the system. He's changed the idea. But look at them. But he's not versatile enough in his methods of setting up systems in different ways. And I get what he says about the system, but the problem is this, Ruben Amorim. You are playing a 5-2-3. 5 at the back, 2 in midfield, 3 up front. That's a problem. Because when we had the spare man yesterday moving into midfield, the spare man was a defender. People are saying we're not playing 5 at the back. We're playing, we're creating patterns and we're having a spare man. What's it any good when the spare man's is a centre back? When the spare man is a right-sided centre back? You want the spare man in the build-up to be a midfielder, to be an attacking player. That's the problem that we're having, Ruben. Even when you're making some of these changes, they're not making sense. They're not adding up. You don't need to go to Grimsby with 3 at the back. Put 2 at the back. 2 at the back. 4-2-3-1. 4-3-3. Just 2 centre backs. Wingers push the left back and right back push up in midfield with the midfielders, and attack. It's Grimsby. You don't need to be worried and having 3 at the back. And even with the 3 at the back, we were still under pressure. So what does that tell you? Problems. I only see problems, to be honest. I wanted Ruben to prove me wrong. I wanted the manager to prove me wrong. Go out there, Ruben Amorim, and prove us wrong. Prove us that what we saw last year was not the best showing of what you are as a manager and what you can produce. But the reality is he's coming at Man United at 39 years old, a very young manager that's only, coached in the Portuguese league. And the Portuguese league, with all due respect, it's not like the English Premier League, nor it's maybe championship levels, if we want to be honest. So I don't know, man. I just don't see how Ruben Amorim stays on as Manchester United manager after the international break, and after breaking down and decoding his messages yesterday in his post interviews. He does want to be here, and that's maybe you got to respect the man, because he's looking at it and saying, look, if these guys don't want to play for me, and I know they can play, I know they have the ability, and I know what I've seen from these players, but if they can come out at Grimsby and put that, knowing that I'm their manager, knowing that we're under pressure, knowing that everything that happens at Man United has been put under the magnifying glass, and everyone's magnifying everything that we do, and they can still do that at a 4th tier club, and not just lose because we were unlucky and we were somehow nothing happened for us, but actually lose because they were better than us. They were first to every ball, first to every header. And they were just, how many times did we pick the ball up in the back of the net and it was offside or VAR? And it's like the amount of times the ball was in the back of the net during the game for us against Grimsby was madness. The fact that they even got into these one-on-one chances was madness. And the fact that they put that performance on for that manager, I think Ruben's had enough. And I think it would be good for him to walk. I think it will be good for him to look at the club, look at Ineos and say, I don't know what's going on at this club, but I want nothing to do with it. Because then it pushes them to buckle up their ideas. Ineos have also got their hands all over this. They've got blood on their hands. They haven't... We look at these three attackers and everyone gets excited. Where's the midfielder? We know for a minute now we need another midfielder. We needed a goalkeeper. Minimum. The window's about to close. They have to be brave. Ineos, be brave. Go and get the midfielder. Go and get the goalkeeper. And if the manager walks, then he walks and we start again. But like I said in my post-match review about the game yesterday, it's time to be brave. It's time to be brave. Sack the manager if that's what has to be done, because the man doesn't even look like he's up for the fight. And go and get the midfielder. Not any midfielder. Go and get Carlos Baleba and go and get us a goalkeeper. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And guys, I'm out. Look out for the Burnley preview. I don't know what's going to happen at Burnley, guys, but yeah, it is what it is. It's a madness. I'm out.